Hunting of the Queen Mary. In the beginning of this story, we are shown a ship in the middle of the sea named Queen Mary, and this is the time of 1938, where we have a lot in a room inside the Queen Mary ship. Showed the corpses, goes, somebody killed them all. Then a guard of Shiva comes here who is looking for a woman named Green. Green comes in front of him, whose condition is very bad, and then he dies. Nobody else is the one who kills them, but is the husband of Goen named David. David is caught and locked in a room, but there is David's daughter who liberates her. After this, David kills many more people. This painful, one haunted to Queen Mary's ship after the incident. Ship is said, because whoever used to go to the passenger ship, the souls of the dead people, used to show. Due to Jace, the entire reputation of the ship is found in the company. Many decades have passed, and today, Queen Mary Shiva is used as a museum. In this ship, a lady named comes with her son. Actually, she wants to bring back the reputation of this ship. That is why she is working on a project under which she wants to renovate the whole Shiva. Anna's husband is also Patrick here. Although both do not live together right now, both of them love their son very much. Say the ship has a meeting with the captain. That is why his husband goes on a tougher, sticking with his son, and when he reaches the lower part of the ship, Patrick's son is separated from him. He gives a voice to his father, but there is no one around. Only then the lift in front of him opens on its own, and a card falls from above. He goes inside the lift to take that card. He sees that this is a fortune card, and why would it come out with the card before? The lift door automatically closes and goes down to the basement where she sees the soul of Green's daughter, who was traveling with her mom, Going and her dad in the same ship many years ago, who freed her dad, and her dad had killed everyone. Here, the soul of Green's daughter disappears. Anna's son slowly moves forward. He reaches a pool. He is oblivious to the fact that X came chasing him. He realizes that there is someone behind him, so he overturns and takes a photo of that time. And before the business attacks him, he pushes his daughter's soul and drops him down, and not the camera in the neck of the sun hangs on the bridge itself. He probably moves forward to kill him, but then the daughter's soul once again drags her into the pool, and we are shown to the captain of the ship, who sees that a ship is running on the wall. He wants to understand that something is disturbed, so goes to the pool area and saves Anna's son. After this incident, Anna's son is very scared. There itself, the captain of the ship tells Nina, "Our project has been approved. Every weekend you can come here with your husband and do your work. Full ship early." "Yes, we'll go." The story goes from here to the past once again. That is, in 138, where we are shown to David, his wife Green, and his daughter. David wore a mask on his face because he was a commie officer earlier, and his entire face was spoiled during the war. David and his family are not allowed to come in the first class, because they are here, but it is not allowed to come. So now David comes to know that the couple was going to have dinner in the first class, but now he is not coming. David enters the first class in his name and with his family, sitting on the dining table. Here we know that David's wife gives the future of the people by giving fortune card. Now when David is sitting here with his family, the couple comes there in the name of David in the first class, and when the crew members of the ship know this, ask to go from, but David clearly refuses. The crew member forced him. Because of Jess, his mask gets off, and his face is visible to everyone. Seeing his face, everyone gets scared. David very bad. Seems like he goes out with his wife. David is very upset, so he goes to the pool in the basement below. At the same time, only the captain is shown, who tells his partner to increase the speed of the ship, and when they increase the speed of the ship, the pressure increases a lot. Because of this, an engine gets torn. The walls of the bowling room also fall. David then comes back to his room, where his wife says that our daughter is not known anything. We have to find it as soon as possible. But David does not respond to him. He has completely changed. Also, there is an axe in his hand. He goes to the washroom. His wife suspects him. But before his wife did anything, he comes out of the washroom and attacked him with an axe and injures him. Many people come to his room from the nearby room, but David, to them all, kills. At the same time, the captain of the ship is shown, with whom he comes together and tells him about David, that David has killed many people, but now he has been caught. But the captain has some other trouble, because now the engine of the ship is not running. The ship is filling water. At the same time, the captain tells his partner that when this ship was made, the company was completely pauper. That is why she wanted this chip for a long time, for which the company resorted to black magic. And in the middle of the walls of the bowling room, a man was bunted, and now, because the walls of the boiling room are broken, his soul is free, and we will not have to let that soul go from any cost. Actually, the captain has come to know that the soul has reached David's body freely, and through David's body she wants to go out of it, and the captain will no longer let David go from the ship at any cost, because if the soul goes away, this ship will definitely drown. Someone is shown to David who manages to escape, wants to run away from here via Olive Board, but the captain reaches there. He shoots on it. The captain as well as refuses him to do so. The captain kills his partner. At the same time, he also shoots David, due to which the soul is not able to get out of the ship, and the engine starts once again. But Dijutan was very sad that he killed 2 men. That is why he also punishes himself. Storyback Press, where I come in, and come in the ship on the day of Patrick. Anor Patrick comes in the ship on the day of weekend, but the captain of the ship says that your son is not with you. That is why I cannot allow you to work today. But it is not, and his husband's Patrick requests both the captains, after which he agrees. Anna goes to her room. A bandage is tied on her hand, and when she opens that strip, there is a wound mark. Actually, when she went home with her son, she had completely changed, and it is one day she sees that her son Lucas is standing on the railing outside the window. She asks her to come in, but she says that I will not go again in that ship. There are very scary spirits that I am scared. Neither, explaining to her son, slowly moves towards the window, and as soon as she removes her hands out of the window itself stops, causing her hand to be injured. Neither is very scared of this whole incident. At night, it is not when she is sleeping in her room. Then she has heard strange sounds, which opens her sleep. She picks up her phone and sees, which was broken, and then he removes a hand from inside the phone that holds his throat, nor does it take a pan to escape from that hand, and attacks the hand, but the hand disappears, and the pen disappears, and the pen is even more injured in his hand. Then she sees all around her where there are many bodies. Seeing this, She starts shouting loudly. Then there is Patrick who comes there, right? Gets scared to see such a condition. It is that. Non's counter outside the ship. Takes into and there, right? She tells him that when my son was on the railing outside the window, so I saw someone else's soul inside him, and this soul was not of anyone else, but the daughter of Green and David. The commodity soul rescued his son near the bridge, but when the soul rescued him near the pool, the soul had gone inside. His son and his son, Lucas's soul remained on the same. That is, his son's soul is still in it, and he has come here to find his son's soul. He is shown to the captain who is monitoring them, and he suspects both of them. That is why he had taken out his revolver and moves on the side where both of them are going. Both of them go to the basement below both of them, where there is a pool. They get a camera. This is the camera of his son from which he took a photo of that time. They remove her roll because they know that there is some important photos in it. Also, Patrick starts scanning this entire space, and when he scans the ship, he gets a chamber below, inside which the man was buried. Seeing that chamber, Patrick understands that someone was killed here. That is, there is a part of black magic, and now Rana starts seeing blood inside the flower. That's when she also sees her son's soul. But before they would move towards their son's soul, here the captain of the ship comes, which stops these two. Actually, the captain of the ship knows everything about the ship. He also knows that Goen and David's daughter's soul had gone inside his son. And that's why he had called both of them here, that he came here with his son, and he once again captured Gin and David's daughter's soul in the ship. But they did not bring their son here. The captain says that if you bring your son here, then the soul inside him, I will capture that soul once again in the ship and will return your daughter's soul to you. But the Patrick clearly refuses and shows him the camera roll from which his son took a photo. He tells the captain that I will show this photo to the whole world, and I will reveal the truth of the ship in front of everyone. The captain gets angry with this. He fires on it, but somehow he escapes and leaves from there. On the other side, there are no one who is looking for his son's soul. Govind, David, and his daughter. Soul come in front of him. Lucas tells his mom that I want you to stay with us in this ship, but it clearly refuses. Actually, if any soul has to get out of this ship, then it needs a body in which it can enter and get out of the ship. The next morning, we are shown that both Anna and Patrick are very happy. Actually, both of them had dealt with Green and David's soul, according to which both of them now have the soul of Green and David, and both of them are with their soul, Lucas. Before exiting, throw a camera roll into the dustbin, but as soon as they get out of the shape, the policemen catch them because they are accused of their daughter's Catal. Actually, when his son was hanging outside the Lucas window. So at that time, it was not known that his son's body has someone else's soul. That is, he is not his son. And at the same time, the leg of the look is slipped. He does not get his son. Due to which the look falls from the top. He dies, and all this was seen by his neighbor, who has told the police everything. That is why the police arrested both of them in the charge of his son's Catal. Also, no one knows the truth of the ship. People come to see the museum in the same way as they used to come earlier, but no one knows that the souls of these three are still together today. With this film ends here. Hope you like this story.